BBC Hooniverse.
Hello, my name is Dr. Digby Smith. Yes, I am back, doing one more video film thing before I go off and do some stand-up, or at least go write the stand-up because I'm not too sure if I still want to do it. And I want to talk about my love for Canine and Company. Now, I've been told to keep this video under 10 minutes. I'll try, but I won't promise. Now, Canine and Company. Well, what can I say about Canine and Company? Well, first of all, I need to stop leaning. I can say that Canine and Company is amazing. Canine and Company is funny. Canine and Company is fascinating. Now, before I go any further, I'd like to apologise if my voice keeps changing. I said to doctor, what's wrong with me? And he went, well, you've got a cold. I went, I've not been sniffling, I've not been coughing, I've not been whatever. My voice keeps changing. And he went, no, it doesn't. It is every so often you try and pretend to an accent, but you don't realise you're trying to pretend to do that accent. And no one can work on what accent it is, that's the whole issue. I went, oh no, oh no, oh no. And I went, that's my impression of a fire alarm. Anywho, so I love Canine and Company because it's got Canine and it's got Sarah Jane in it. Right, that's it. That's it. Told you, under 10 minutes. That's it. That's my only opinion. I love it because Canine and Sarah Jane. It's like if you did. It's like if you did the Sarah Jane Adventures 10 years earlier. And what I love about the Sarah Jane Adventures is K9. Now, with K9 and Company, my love for the show comes from not just the fact that I've got the doctorate in Doctor Who, which includes K9 and Company, Torchwood, Sarah Jane Adventures, Class, and the Australian K9 series, Doctor Unleashed, Doctor Who Confidential, Totally Doctor Who, all the Doctor Who documentaries on the Doctor Who box set. What else? Everything. Anyway, I'm losing track. So K9 and Company, I love it because it's got warm heart and secrets. Let's start at the beginning. So warmth and heart comes from the aspect that the show is all about the bond that is now formed between K9, yes, Mistress, and Sarah Jane Smith. So it sort of shows the way and shows the power, and it shows that anything could happen. K9 is there to demonstrate that dogs are a man's, a woman, a person's best friend. And what makes that interesting is that even though it's a robot dog, and even though in real life it wouldn't exist, it still shows loyalty that a robot can give in a canine sense. A dog, dog, dog. And what I liked about the episode we got, do wish we had more, but I think Sarah Jane sort of fills that gap slightly. What I like about it is I think it's the villain in that story isn't anything isn't anything out of this world, and isn't anything of a sort of alien nature. It's sort of a more down to earth villain, and because it makes me think, well, I could do that. So Sarah Jane Adventures, if you remove K9, remove Mr. Smith, it's all things we can easily do ourselves. If you remove the aliens, they're just put him down to your natural criminal. It's something we can do ourselves that sort of enhance the product, sort of advances the product and sort of says, well, yes, 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 we can do it. And that, I believe, is a good thing. It's not always a bad thing, and most of the time, it's a good thing. Because you have to sort of say to yourself, well, if that was to happen to you, how would you react? If that was going to be on your shoulders, how would you react? And I would say I would react in a sensible, formal fashion. But I don't really know, because you have to sort of say to yourself, what would I do in this situation? How would I solve it? I don't have a robot dog. My other favorite thing is do 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 do. Good night. Do 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 do. Good night. Do 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 do. Good night. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Good night. Good night. Good night. And I really like the theme tune, as I've just demonstrated. It's fun, it's adventurous, and it gets the job done. And I think it really, really works in a sense of it shows how spooky, it shows how adventurous this is. Sarah Jane Smith is an excellent character in this. She's been written really well, and I think the performance is spot on as it was before. I do think she gets better character development in the Sarah Jane Adventures rather than just in King Company. Her situation in life sort of comes out a little bit, and I do think that it makes no sense how she ended up with 13 Bannerman Road from when she lived wherever she lived in Canada Company. She must have moved, must have moved, must have moved. But I think that overall the show was fun, exciting, and makes me want to rewatch it over and over and over again. And luckily enough, Canine and Company is available within the Whoniverse on the BBC iPlayer. I think it was on ITVX. It had BritBox. Well, they said, well, BBC, you're having we're gonna have all our share. We're gonna buy you out in the UK version of BritBox. We're gonna buy you out. And they went, okay. Basically, they weren't too sure, and they weren't too sure, and they weren't too sure. So they had to stumble on the word to try and say, okay, because they were really flabbergasted. Anyway, so they brought the company in, and then they got all the Doctor Who stuff they were airing. Including that one that was on W that never made it to the iPlayer. But anywho, on that note, I am going to skedaddle, because I'm going to investigate if it's on the iPlayer so I can rewatch it. I don't want to rewatch Doctor Who at the moment, but I want to see if I can rewatch K&I Company. Bye bye. Come on, let's go. Let's find out. Woo! I have no idea why I said that. Yeah, I'm Doctor Space. I'm Dr. Digby Space. Bye bye. Space out.
Don't forget to subscribe to the official Tom Mason YouTube channel.